Oh, Zoom's going to punk me. All right. I don't know that I'm going to be able
Can you
to.
share?
No,
All right,
because
you want to give it to me?
yeah, I can shoot it over to you real quick. Um, sorry, we should have checked this first.
No, this is rare. It's okay. I mean, these are things that you
Some,
wouldn't think you need to check.
sometimes it gets a little wonky on my
Cat, yeah,
Mac.
cat, cameras don't work. We
Yeah,
all have problems.
can Fiskin. Here we go. Shouldn't be that big of a file, thank God.
All right, you sent it?
Yeah, it'll be out in just a second. Um, while it's coming over, I can just chat about it.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Oh, there it is. All right. 3, 2, 1. Anyway, I'll go ahead and get started. Hi, everyone. My name is Wayne Selk. I am with an organization you probably know, but we just went through a name change. So we were formerly known as the Computing Technology Industry Association. We are now called the Global Technology Industry Association, or GTIA. The former one was called CompTIA, and many of you may remember CompTIA, and the only thing you may know about CompTIA was the certification set, right? So I'm going to talk to you a little bit about the change. Actually, I'm going to talk to you a little bit about CompTIA in its original form, and we'll get through to the January 9th event that happened earlier this year and why we became GTIA. And I'm going to talk to you a little bit about what we offer as an association to the IT channel community globally around the world. And then I'm going to talk to you specifically around a lot of the stuff that we do that I'm in charge of at the association. We are affectionately called cybersecurity programs. So let me tell you a little bit more about myself first. I'm a recovering cybersecurity practitioner. I have 37 years in information technology, over 25 years in cyber itself, and then the last 15 of which I was very niche doing governance, risk, and compliance activities. But now, as a recovering cybersecurity practitioner, since I am at a nonprofit, I go around the world, I talk to governments, I talk to a number of different organizations, much like yourselves, about the importance of cybersecurity, but I put a little different spin on it, right? My focus on cyber is to really help organizations understand why risk is so important and how risk can actually impact not only their business, but the way of life and prevent them from achieving their organizational business objectives, whether it's growth, revenue, whatever.
I can share I'm sharing the screen now.
Are you
Okay.
sharing it? All right,
Yeah,
perfect.
okay.
Then I'll flop back over. Perfect. Back up one for me. One more. So I want to warn everybody, I do get very passionate. I've been doing this for a very long time. I may sound frustrated at times. That's actually part of my passion. I am always full of excitement. My job is to really get you thinking about a different way of looking at the world. So even as I talk about the association today and how we're actually helping the IT channel, I'm sure some of this stuff is going to resonate with you. Hopefully I make you a little excited as well about some of the things that we have planned as an association. So now, Mr. Ken, if you would forward to, we'll go to the beginning. So CompTIA, believe it or not, started in 1982. We're 43 years young this year, and we started as the Association for Better Computer Dealers. They were based out of Nashville, Tennessee. They actually acquired the Computing Technology Industry Association in 1993 and launched the very first certification under the CompTIA brand, which was A plus, also in 1993. For those of you that are familiar with CompTIA and all the certifications, the one thing I want you to remember is that we were always a nonprofit, vendor neutral trade association first and foremost. Oh, by the way, it just so happens we were self-funded through the certification side of the business of the association. Was that news to anybody? Except for Matt Lang, who invited me to speak. Matt is an awesome member inside of the association, very active. So if you have any questions around, I'm going to throw him on the spot and say, you can talk to your chapter member, Mr. Matt. Yes, there you go. And those of us old as rock probably knew that CompTIA was actually a trade association. Next slide, please.
Yeah.
So what happened on January 9th? We had an event. Oop, too far.
Sorry.
That's okay. We actually sold off the self-funded certifications and trading academy side to private equity. Now, many of you probably heard about that event. Well, in doing so, we became a 43-year-old startup on January 9th. We had to completely reconstitute our back end, all of our back end systems. Although I'm sure Matt can attest, we did not drop one ball as it related to take care of our members. But we ended up changing the name to the Global Technology Industry Association, or GTIA. Now, for those of you that may have been around a while, we always called it CompTIA, not CompTIA, right? But we've changed that up too, right? We're GTIA, not to be confused with Grand Theft Auto, I might add, or the Georgia Technology International Ambassadors is the other GTIA. If you Google it, you will find that's out there. Plus, there's also an Atari video processor that's also called GTIA. But anyway, I'll digress for just a little bit. So what we're able to do now is refocus all of our association attention back on our primary core focus as an association, and that is the IT channel. So I'm sure some of you probably have IT channels. Some of you may be in the channel space. That's all great, right? So we're the association that basically helps solution providers around the world, VARs, ISVs, and then if you think about it, the vendors, distributors, and other business associates that actually sell to and sell through the channel. So all of those folks are welcome to join as members of the association. The best part here is that our great uncle passed. That's not the best part, but the best part is that he left us a bunch of cash. The sale proceeds from that from the sale off of the brand CompTIA and the certification side actually left us with an endowment so that we can fund the association in perpetuity. So therefore, our dues get to stay low. There's no charge to come to our events. We're still a 501c6 nonprofit trade association, vendor neutral, I might add. So we welcome everybody. You want to go to the next slide for me? I mentioned we're global. We have 6 communities today. We are looking to expand and grow beyond the 6 on your screen, but North America includes the US and Canada. There's the United Kingdom and Ireland, DACH, Germany, Austria, Switzerland, Benelux, for those of you that are familiar with those tiny little countries, Netherlands, Luxembourg, Belgium. ASEAN is a conglomerate of 12, 13, 15 nations. It's called the Association of Southeast Asian Nations, by the way. So it's not, it's kind of south of Japan and then east of some of those other areas, but not including Japan or Korea, that kind of stuff, right? It's the smaller nations, Taiwan, Taipei, etc. And then, of course, Australia and New Zealand. We have over 2,300 members. Our members, we count them by business entity. We do not count them by individual employees. Our memberships are based upon the business entity. So it doesn't matter if you're a solution provider, you have 150 employees, you still pay one annual fee of 450 US to be a member of the association, and that includes all of your employees. Next slide. So some of the things many folks do not realize that we've always delivered as an association, we have our own research department. And so we deliver a lot of vendor neutral content around research. The state of the channel is one of our flagship. The state of cybersecurity for the channel is another. Industry outlook report. I think we have 6 in total reports that we release annually. Members are able to actually white label those reports and give them to customers. Non-members can, of course, download those reports today and share it. You're just not able to white label it. You can even use our research as well. For our members, we also have marketing and legal toolkits so that if you need help doing additional marketing or need to get some type of additional legal guidance and not representation, but at least guidance around some of the things that you're working on, we have that too for an association. We have communities. Our communities are regional communities that I mentioned on the previous slide, those six regional communities. We have advisory councils. So if you think about this from the standpoint of councils that actually come together to be forward thinkers. We've had an AI council, by the way, for the last 6 years that was keeping the association members abreast on where this particular technology was going and when it was going to come to light, and then what the future state looks like for AI down the road. I just use that one as an example. Interest groups. So our regional communities actually have interest groups that members can belong to as well. Cybersecurity is one interest group. There's a MSP interest group. There's Advancing Women in Tech interest group. There's even a DEI interest group that some of the regions have. Again, it's all designed to actually help bring information in, disseminate it, come up with ideas to help solve problems around the world as it relates to technology. We do have our own events. ChannelCon is coming up the end of July. It will be in Nashville. We do have a ChannelCon EMEA conference, which this year will be in October, just outside of Heathrow in London. And then our Communities and Councils Forum is in Chicago every year in March. So we just had our Communities and Councils Forum, where our most engaged members actually come and we brainstorm ideas, things to do throughout the year. Our events are unlimited in scope and complimentary. There is no cost for any of our members to attend these events. The only thing you have to do is pay your way to get there and your hotel. We feed you, we give plenty of drinks, we entertain. It's a lot of fun. We also offer industry education. Just as an example, and I'll talk about this in just a second when I get into the cybersecurity program side, we provide workshops. We have a foundational risk management workshop that we do. We have culture and policy workshop that we do. What is data? Because you'd be surprised how many organizations do not understand what data is in their environment, nor how to protect it. Right, so we help them with that. There's a channel. It's a course for sales to learn how to sell into the channel. Managing the channel is the name of the course that is available, again, for members to be able to take so they can understand and navigate some of the nuances within channel education. Our content is not only designed for technologists, it's designed for everybody inside of the organization. So there's something there. If somebody wants to learn more about any facet of information technology, including cyber, whether you're HR, finance, business development, sales, executive leadership, there's a course I guarantee you that we have that can give you more information around technology and how you can actually use it. Next slide, please. So there's two really cool things that we do from a cybersecurity perspective. And Matt wanted me to touch on some of this because I think it would be of interest to some of you. We do have a global information sharing and analysis organization that we manage and maintain. I hold two hats here at the association. One is Vice President of Cybersecurity Programs, but the other is the Executive Director of the GTIA ISO, right? So for us, it's about helping the IT channel have a one-stop shop for all of their threat intelligence globally. I don't care where they are. We are partnered with the Information Technology ISAC. Scott Algiers is a very good friend of mine. I've known him for quite a while. He's my counterpart at IT ISAC as their executive director. Scott and I also sit on the IT Sector Coordinating Council at DHS. And CompTIA, wow, now I owe myself $20. GTIA is also on CISA's Joint Cyber Defense Collaborative Partnership. From a global standpoint, I also sit on the National Cyber Resilience Center group as an ambassador, providing guidance and direction for their 9 regional areas of focus in the UK. And I'm on the Dynamic Standards Institute for the SMB 1001, if any of you are familiar with that framework that is up and coming and actually in place in Australia. Our goal around the ISO is to really help folks best understand why the importance of sharing information, how to disseminate that information as quickly and as fast as possible with effective indicators of compromise to our global membership, right? The goal here, for those of you that may recall, there was a July 2nd, 2021 incident which impacted a MSP tool, Kaseya VSA. And believe it or not, it actually hit more of Europe than it did here in the US, although it did impact some of our members, right? But our goal is to identify those threats, get the word out as quickly as possible, help them mitigate and take care of their stuff. And then we kind of do some of the after action too. We provide a lot of tools as a benefit of the ISO to our members. We have a threat intel platform. We're currently using TrueStar through Cisco/Splunk. We'll be switching over to Level Blue and OTX, the Open Threat Exchange, by the end of summer. And we also have a risk rating tool that folks can evaluate third-party vendor risk as well as their own risk. One of the other really fun things that we've taken on as an association, we call the GTIA Cybersecurity Trust Mark. Now, the interesting part about this, the association started a similar concept in 2008 for solution providers to get a Security Trust Mark Plus. It was based upon 18 or 19 of the NIST cybersecurity framework controls, and it was an audited assessment. They revamped it in 2014. When I came on board to the association in 22, we completely overhauled it. The Cybersecurity Trust Mark is a program designed to instill foundational industry best practices in the solution provider space. It's based on 177 safeguards from various global frameworks, including the CIS Critical Security Controls, the NIST Cybersecurity Framework, 800-171, privacy, GDPR, HIPAA, etc. Believe it or not, There are some ISO 27000 like controls in there, as well as, and you all may find this interesting, the New York Department of Financial Services regulation that they put out. There's a couple of safeguards we actually created out of there because it just made sense for the solution provider community. Our Trustmark is not a framework, but it is a foundational set of controls to help them build a foundational security program. We purposefully lowered the bar to get as many folks involved in this program as possible to help move the industry in the same direction, right? One of the biggest challenges everybody has, how do I get started? Well, we answer that question very simply for them. We give them their why this is important, and more importantly, as the association with all of the content that we have, we can give them the how to do it. So we actually can take and move the MSP industry forward and protect their clients as well. The last item there. Well, I'll stop.
Oh, sorry.
No, that's okay. Let me ask if there's any questions.
None so far. Let me see.
And I did my job.
Yeah, I guess you did.
Right.
Somebody have any question?
Cool. If anybody's interested in learning more about the association or what we do, who we are still in the process of building out formally the website, the member portal. We're still, believe it or not, we're still focusing on getting some of our member stuff up. gtia.org, very simple. So you'll see our events out there. You'll get some content. There's blogs. We're all over LinkedIn, as you can imagine. Facebook is another area that we focus on, as well as Twitter, or X. How does one join? Ours is an ISAO, not an ISAC. For those of you that know, ISAC has to have an agency sponsor and be considered critical national infrastructure in order to be able to have an ISAC. ISAOs are a little bit more, they're a little different. Anybody can start up an ISAO. Ours is focused around the solution provider community as a whole. And if you're a member and a solution provider, the ISAO is included in your membership dues. If you're a vendor and you want to join, that's fine. You just have to add the cybersecurity programs to your membership. Again, everything is relative. Yeah, it's actually really cool. We're always looking for good members, right?
Hold on one second. Let me just mute the troublemaker. There we go. All right. Just a question for myself. I'm part of the legal ISAO.
Sure.
It's called LS ISAO. And do ISAOs do joint things together? Is that something that we do?
We can. Sure.
Yeah, I was just wondering. And what is a typical member? Who do you normally get to join this ISAO?
Our ISAO, it's all of our solution provider members have a membership. Most of our vendor members also have a membership inside of the ISAO. We use this as a thought leadership platform to share ideas, to share concepts, to share how, if somebody's seeing something in their environment and it's off, we all rush to help them solve for that kind of stuff, right? It's not a sales opportunity.
Yeah.
Right. That's not what this is, right?
This is the greater good.
Right. Raising the awareness and helping to identify, contain, and then mitigate, get information out to the masses as quickly as possible on things that they need to pay attention to from a threat landscape. So if somebody's under attack, like I have there, right? It acts almost like an early warning system. Someone shares information, everybody evaluates it. They can put their guards in place to prevent those other indicators that might have been seen someplace else, and we can kind of protect the industry that way.
All right. Another question was, are there individual memberships available at the for the ISO? 3,000 is a bit steep if it's not sponsored by an organization. So
3,000.
I don't know where he got that number from.
I don't know where that number came from either, quite honestly, because that's not um, that's not even one of our reference points.
He put the
So
IT ISO. Maybe that's not you.
no,
That's
that's not
probably
us.
why. Right.
And
That's
IT ISAC is who our analysts are. Our GTI ISAO is different than the ISAC. We utilize the same analysts, but they have a completely separate membership.
got it.
By the way, they also have the same analysts also have food and ag ISAC. If you have any members that are in food and agriculture. They just
Okay.
launched that last year.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I know there's a space ISAC that went launched last year.
Yep.
Uh,
Yep.
uh, and let's see, somebody has a question. What would you say is your major differentiator as an organization?
Our major differentiator, our members. Our members are absolutely amazing, and don't take my word for it. You can ask Matt Lang, all about the value that he and his organization get out of being members of the association. We collectively share more information, develop articles, white papers, um, uh, deliver content and presentations. Not just me going out around the world. Our members deliver content and presentations at events as well, which is a lot of fun.
No, it sounds it. I mean, it's pretty great. It's pretty great.
It
How
is.
long
Now everybody knows.
how long has the ISAL part been around?
The ISAO has been around since 2019.
Oh, so it's not that old. Okay.
No,
Okay.
it's not that old, but it's
Yeah. Yeah,
it,
yeah, yeah.
it's older
That's pretty
than space and food and ag.
yeah, yeah. So, and you got the 2,300 members starting in 2019?
No, no, no,
Oh no,
no.
the tw
That's 2,300 members in the association.
in the association. Okay.
Right,
All right.
right.
Okay. So how many members are in the ISO?
The ISA, we have we almost have 1,900 out of the 23.
Oh, that's pretty great.
Yes, because again, all of the solution providers get the access. Not that they are
Hmm.
always engaging and participating, Matt. Not to call you out. No, he is. He is. But some of the vendors, some of the business associates that we have, and the distributors, they the vendors obviously see a better bang for joining IT ISAC. But again, because we use the same analysts, the information is bidirectional.
Hmm.
Right.
All right. Very cool. Does anybody else have any further questions before we end it? Yeah, people have no idea about this stuff.
I
Oh,
know, trust me.
everybody just knows Security Plus, A Plus, and all the things
Yes.
that you
And
started
that
with.
stayed with CompTIA. CompTIA
Yeah,
is now a for-profit entity, by the
it's so
way, under private
interesting. Yeah,
equity.
well, obviously they got bought by private equity. Yeah,
Yeah.
so
Yes.
uh, but pretty amazing. All right.
Yeah. Hit me up on LinkedIn if you want to connect and chat. I'm as Matt can attest to. I love talking to people.
Yeah. No, thank you very much for stepping in and giving this presentation because I think this was a big eye opener for a lot of people.
Yeah, no
So
worries. Anytime. I
thank
appreciate you
you.
guys having me.
So thank you. All right.